All right, guys, welcome back. This is a old episode that we recorded a long time ago, and then my hard drive broke or stopped working, so finally getting around to it. So this actually takes place in August of 2023. It's just me and my friend Dave Johnston, former bull rider, just in hunt camp after a deer hunt. So hope you guys like it. And I had some audio issues with the file, so the audio is a little funky when it first starts, but it comes together. Thanks. Alright, so we're at hunt camp, and Dave's super nervous about doing a podcast. So all you gotta do is just think like it's talking to me. So just like anytime I ask you something, just explain it to me and not like to anybody else. Like act like nobody's gonna listen to it. Just me, you know. So I told this story how me and you met before once. Why don't you like tell your version of it? Do you remember like where we met?
Yeah, so me and Matt met at a guy I grew up with. His name's Charlie's house, riding bulls. So my son wanted to go ride bulls. He was already riding, but he wanted to go over there. Then that's pretty much how I met Matt. We hit it off, and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, so then we just like kind of started hunting together. Yep. I think like
we start bird hunting together first, and then you go. I said, "You want to go deer hunting?" You go, "Let's go." I said, "All right."
Yeah, because I think you shot that big deer the year before, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And then I told this story on the Hunting Stories podcast, but like I remember going out. We went deer hunting, and I missed a couple that year, and then
yep.
I think I shot one the next year, maybe, or something like that.
You shot one the next year.
Yeah. Yeah, so
by yourself.
Yeah.
Solo hunting.
Yeah, solo hunting. So when tell me the story, Dave, because I don't like think I've ever really heard about it, but like I met you during bull riding, and then you used to bull ride a lot, right? So what was like kind of explain that, like for people that don't know about bull riding, explain like what that's about, like what you have to do and all the rodeo stuff, like explain it.
Yeah, so when I was in my early 20s, I was an adrenaline junkie, so I played world-class rugby. Then I had to find something else because it just wasn't enough, right? So then I was married to a girl that she rodeoed too, so she goes, "Hey, you want to go ride bulls?" So that's how pretty much I got started, like 22 years old, and next thing you know, that was the end of it. Once I got on top of one, that was it.
You just got like addicted to it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that is, especially, what do you think's addicting on it? Do you think it's like the adrenaline, or do you think it's like
there's no
wanting to be better kind of thing? Like, because it's hard to do, right?
It's trying to be, we're pretty much anal retentive, right? So we want to be the best we could be at everything we do. You're pretty much the same as me, so we try to strive to be the best at whatever we do. No matter what it takes, we try to do whatever we can to make the best of it.
Yeah, so you just wanted to keep getting on and be better and better and better, and then
better than the next guy, right?
Yeah. What do you think? Why'd you kind of stop bull riding?
Old age. That was the biggest one for me. It's like 36 years old. I was at a rodeo, got whipped down and broke a sternum. That was that was pretty much the end of it.
Dang. So
didn't heal too much.
You rode bulls from when you were 22 till when?
Till I was 36.
Try to move the mic a little closer.
36 years old.
Yeah. Dang, that's a long time. What kind of injuries did come with that?
Broken ankles, broken noses. I've been knocked out like 4 or 5 times. That's pretty much my sternum. That's the majority of it. Broken hands, fingers.
Is the broken noses from bull riding, or like at the bar after bull riding?
Well, a little both. That's the after entertainment.
Yeah, a little after bull riding, bar time stuff. Gotta go have some fun. Yeah, so we started hunting together, quite a bit, I think.
Oh yeah, tons.
And that's where we're at right now. We're hunting in Arizona. In case anybody doesn't realize that we're in hunting camp, if you could see all the mosquitoes flying by the camera. Yeah. So what else? So let's talk about this hunt. We decided to come hunt. I hunted this area once for bears because I know there's a lot of bears here with a couple of buddies of mine, but we never ended up seeing them, any bears. So we come back to, we just looked at statistics on the maps and figured out that there's a lot of deer killed here. So we came in here and we picked a spot on the map, and Dave's going to kind of tell me the story because I forgot. So tell me the story about like the opening day or whatever, which was yesterday.
Yeah, so pretty much Matt picked the area. We decided that's where we're gonna go. Then we got up early in the morning. I didn't get there till late, almost 11 o'clock at night. Matt was already here. Kind of got a pre scout a little bit, but we woke up in the morning, hiked the hill, started glassing. We picked up a bunch of elk and a bunch of antelope. Then I just happened to catch a deer out in the open, a big old 180 class mule deer out in the open, just sitting there. So we sat on top of him for probably hour and a half, 2 hours. We watched him bed down. Then we decided we're gonna put a stock on him.
Yeah, Dave was like, "Oh, you could stalk him," and I was like, "Oh no." Oh crap! Hold on, that freaking GoPro died. We had some camera issues, but we got it. All right, so keep going, Dave. You were.
So I told Matt, I said, "Hey, if you want to take it, go ahead." And he goes, "No, you spotted, so it's all yours." So we went from there, then went back to the truck, got all set up. We knew my wife was sitting up there still glassing, making sure he was sitting where he needed to be sitting. He never came out. So we put a stock on him. It took us about 2 hours. We were talking on the radios. I got within 100 yards, and Matt's talking to me. Then I kept creeping in there slowly. We were good wind. Then I got within 100 yards, as I said, but it was a little closer than I thought. So I caught a sight of him bedded down 37 yards. I stepped outside a bush while he's bedded down. He caught a glimpse of me, stood up and jumped up. I couldn't get a shot at him. So
Yeah, so I watched that whole thing, and I remember coming across the radio and being like, "Oh, he's like 100 yards away," but I think he was like a lot closer than that, which is always tough. Like looking from where you're looking to see a deer, and then getting down there, like the whole terrain changes. Because a couple of times you were like, "Hey, am I on the right tree line?" Because once you get down there, it just like all looks the same. It's so tough.
absolutely.
So what do you think? Like, is there anything you think could have done differently on that to like make it more successful? Or I think you played it pretty well.
I think everything was good. I think I should have pinned it and looked at it a little closer when I started getting close. So I think if I'd have pinned it, I would have been a little more cautious moving in that close.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
the last 100 yards. Probably.
Yeah. Put like an onyx pin and been like at least had an idea.
I mean, we were good. I mean, we were downwind. Everything was good. I think it happened. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's opening day archery season in Arizona, and we picked up that freaking big old buck. He had to be 2,000 yards out there. Like he was way out there, and he was just standing there. And I think he was kind of bumped anyway, so he was a little skittish the way he was kind of working his way into the trees and such. But man, when I looked at him, when Dave first seen him and I looked at him, I'm like, oh, that's an elk. Like I thought it was like a raghorn, but he was big, like big 180-inch buck, full velvet, big old deep forks. But did it get your adrenaline pumping at all, or you were just like calm?
Nah, it's all.
Oh, I'd be shaking. Like a big old buck like that, I'd be shaking.
I've hunted almost my whole life, so that part doesn't get to me. It's more I'm getting older, so it's a little tougher to get in there anymore. But
yeah, luckily that hike wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Sorry about the train. We're right by some railroad tracks. If anybody wants to know, this is where all the big bucks are. So just look in Arizona where the railroad tracks. That's where all the big ones are at. But yeah, so we ended up once he bumped that buck, me and his wife watched him. Sarah watched him. Well, what do you? Sarah's making. I can hear him. All right. Yeah. Sarah's making some gestures over here. So we watched that buck run all the way across the field, and he kind of looped back around. We watched him. We watched him run for freaking 10 minutes. And then we bedded him back down. We assumed he was bedded down, but it was kind of tough. He went another 1,000 yards probably farther. So we ended up jumping in the UTV and moving around closer. And Dave seen couple of his favorite animals on the way in, right? What did we see? Like right there running by the road.
Yeah, so we went to where he was pretty close. We were trying to stay at least 400 yards from him, and then we bumped 2 young mountain lions on the road.
That's actually, I was going to tell you, that's the first time I've seen some mountain lions. I don't think I've ever seen a mountain lion in person.
Within about 25 yards of us, so they're really close.
And I got video of them, so that'll be in, like, we're going to do a video edit of this, so if you guys want to see that. So then we see those things and we kind of jump on some roads and we decide to work our way and kind of still hunt towards that buck and see if maybe we could get him slipping. We assumed he was bedded, but we never ended up seeing him. But once we're walking in, Sarah found a spike elk shed. Is it this one?
Yep.
Yeah, Sarah was on the sheds today. Dave found one. I didn't find any, but Sarah found this little spike horn and these antlers here. So we walked around for a little bit, and man, it was crazy. So I've never seen an antelope up close before, but as we were kind of working around, I popped out of this like juniper patch, and I looked around the corner. I could see all these antelope running towards me. So I just stopped where I was, and thank you for Kiyu Camo. They never even knew I was there, so I have a cool video of them. I had this buck. This buck walked right by me at 3 yards, like it was insane, and then he had some does with him too. But super cool experience. I mean, man, we've seen a lot this weekend already. Like we've only been here for 2 days, and we've seen a ton. You know,
seen a ton of elk, ton of antelope,
maybe a bear.
But the best one was
coyotes. Yeah, a bunch of coyotes. Like I was just glassing coyotes everywhere. I wish I had brought a rifle.
I think the best encounter was today, though.
The coyote?
No, the 340 plus elk that y'all walked up on time.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We're gonna talk about yesterday still, because man, it was freaking action packed yesterday. We still are freaking getting into everything. So to go back a little bit, when we were seeing the antelope and that deer out there, we also seen another big bull and a bunch of cow elk out there. Like they were freaking everywhere. And you know what's crazy I didn't tell you guys is, like, imagine how many cars we seen today compared to yesterday. There was like no cars yesterday.
None.
Like maybe, I think that one guy drove by our camp.
That was in the morning.
Yeah, that was in the morning. But so it's super under pressure, and there's so many animals out yesterday. I think I seen like a baby bear. Like I thought it was a javelina, but it was too big for a javelina.
Yeah, I think me and Sarah seen one also. So
yeah, driving, we've seen some bears. And then so to go back after we found that elk shed, we kind of worked our way out of there, and we went up this road all the way up into like Coos deer country. And we're just kind of driving around we don't even know this land or anything, so we're just driving around trying to figure out where the deer are, trying to find some glass on the hills, and it's tough to glass out here, man. Like there's like 3 hills you could glass off, otherwise it's just too freaking thick. But as we're driving the Powerline Road, Sarah found a Coos deer shed. Where is it?
Right here.
Oh yeah, this little Coos buck, which I'd shoot this thing. I've never seen a Coos buck. But yeah, just right off the Powerline Road. It was kind of like a just why we were driving the UTV, but it was kind of like a unused 2-track that we were driving. But yeah, I can't believe she found one. But now all day today, she thinks every bone's a freaking antler. But so we what did we do after that? Seen the Coos deer. Oh, we hiked around. Remember?
We hiked the late hunt.
We went on like a little death hike through that freaking thick shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was thick.
Yeah, it was. We just kind of hiked around this tank, and did we even see anything over there?
Nope, nothing.
Yeah, we didn't see anything over there. So we just did this little hike around these foothills, and then ended up coming back down, went to the truck, shot our bows, and thank God we did, because I found out my bow was like 7 yards off. My second axis was loose. I don't know, probably just from the UTV ride or something. So luckily we checked that and got that thing back dialed. And then after that, we just went and kind of drove around, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're trying to find some places to glass, but it was too tough.
It's pretty much new terrain for both of us, so we're just trying to find the best. But
Oh yeah, we did shed hunt. Remember?
yeah,
We found some where those elk were. We're like, hey, let's go shed hunt for like an hour. And Sarah found some big ones here. This gigantic one. I didn't find anything. Oh, we're all wrapped up here. So this giant shed. But I don't even know. We had to score it, but he's huge. Would you pass on this buck if you see it?
nah, maybe not.
I'm not passing on. And then she found this little set.
You know how I am. 180 class or bigger.
You gonna shoot this guy? You want to shoot this guy?
No,
This little buck.
my wife
He's
would.
He's a 4-point.
My wife would.
Yeah. But it's cool little sheds that she found. I didn't find anything. So yeah, and then we just went and glassed the rest of the day, and then nothing else really happened. We didn't see nothing. Man, the only where we were glassing, we could see for at least a mile and a half, and we only seen one buck there.
Yep.
Which is crazy because we glassed there this morning too. We didn't see nothing. Not even no elk, no coyotes. The hunting pressure came in and everything just disappeared.
We probably covered 15 square miles.
Yeah,
Every crevice.
Yeah, we were just glassing and glassing. We didn't even see. I seen that one cow, I think, this morning, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this one cow walked out. But yeah, that goes in today. What did we end up doing? Oh, we just glassed. Yeah, so we were already in today. So we just glassed a little bit, and then we moved spots completely. Went all the way up the road.
Got a lot of pressure this morning from other hunters, so we decided we were going to move.
Yeah, like every like glassing hill we seen, we're like, oh, there's a truck there. Oh, there's a truck there. So we moved, and thanks to my buddy Craig and Trevor, they kind of told me some spots when they were out here elk hunting, which I helped them with some spots in elk hunting. So it's kind of like hunting karma. They gave me some spots for some deer. And going into the spot, I thought it was like kind of bad because it was like so thick. Like I don't know how people hunt over here. It's just so freaking thick, man. Like you can't. We're used to like California where you could just climb high and glass, or
desert hunting.
Yeah, even Arizona, southern Arizona, you could just glass for miles. But man, some of this stuff's just too freaking thick. But we found this one hill. Like I looked on Onyx, found it was pretty tall. It was like 300-foot elevation gain, which is decently tall for here because we can't find anything bigger. So, yeah, we hike up, and then you want to tell a story, or you want me to tell it?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so we hike up to the top, and once we got to the top, we're like, man, it looks good. Like, even Sarah was like, man, it looks good up here. And this giant fucking bull jumps out, and I was like, oh, big bull. He had to be like a 340 bull. He was huge, and he hit every tree with his antler on the way. He scared the crap out of us.
Y'all were close.
Yeah, we were
25 yards.
Yeah, 25 yards. Jumped him out of his bed, and it was from going from dead quiet to a giant bull, like, yeah, it was a giant horse with freaking antlers. I can't believe they carry those things around, those freaking things. But yeah, so he took off running, and then me, Dave and Sarah and me, we all split up, and I kind of like was hunting down this ridge, like still hunting, looking for some deer still, and as I'm working my way down, I could see 75 yards, there's this deer standing out there, and I glassed it up, and it ended up being a spike, which is cool, and I was like, whatever, and then I could see this ear flicker behind a tree, and I was like, oh, please be a big buck. Like, I don't know what a big buck is. Like, I'd probably shoot that whitetail. Like, I think that's a big buck, because I never shot one. The Coos buck. But ended up coming out being another spike, and, I mean, I could have shot him here in Arizona, but it's just, I just don't want to. You always got to think about the pack out, you know? Remember, it's like Arizona.
Oh,
yeah.
A long ways in.
Yeah, so once I seen them, they were just feeding. I let them feed off, and I went maybe at 50 or 60 yards, and I jumped that same bull again at like 30 yards probably, and he was standing there for a second, and I could just see his antlers. Man, he was even freaking bigger that close. Standing up, man, they're freaking giant, dude. Like, now I know if I ever shoot one, I'm bringing a freaking army, because that fucker's gonna be heavy.
Takes a long time to get him out.
Yeah, and then he ended up picking up 2 more bulls with them when they were running away, and it was just so loud. Like, they hit every freaking tree, but it was cool to see. I mean, some giant bull elk, like that thing if that thing's in my crosshairs, I'm not letting it go. Big 6-point. I don't even know much more than that, but he was freaking huge. But yeah, so I kind of just worked back to the truck, and I don't think we really seen much after that. I seen you guys laying by the freaking UTV when I got back, taking a nap.
Waiting on you.
Yeah, it's waiting on me like always. So yeah, then we just ended up working our way. We went kind of still hunting a little bit, shed hunting a little bit. Didn't really see much. So.
And then we moved again.
Oh yeah. So we fucking moved again. That's what we do. If we're not seeing them, we're just gonna move. You know.
Keep moving till we find them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we tried another new area.
Yeah. So tell us about this new area. So talk about starting on that dirt road and coming in.
Oh, it was brutal. It was long and washboard. I called Matt and said, "Hey, are we going to find a place to park or what?"
No, Dave called me and goes, "Is it washboard the whole way?" I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know. I have no idea." But keep going. Tell the whole story.
Yeah. So then we just started road hunting a little bit, try to get our lay of the land a little bit. So later, once it started getting closer to dark, we started seeing some sign finally. So we seen a bunch of does. Me and Matt jumped out. We chased a little buck, but we couldn't get on top of him. That was about it.
Yeah, we drove along a little bit more, and there was a doe there, and then a spike there, and a doe there, but just nothing good.
Nothing
worth shooting, you know.
Nothing big enough.
Yeah, especially with our tag. I mean, it goes through December, so I might just.
Yeah, we're gonna hold off till we find something.
Yeah, I don't think we're not gonna hunt tomorrow. We're just gonna head back because we got some shit to do and get ready for hunting next weekend. But we're just holding out till December, or we'll eat the tag. I mean, I really don't want to shoot a spike. I mean, I know some guys will, if you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
this whole thing is me and Matt decided a long time ago we're going to start doing this podcast at hunting camp.
Yeah,
it's more exciting for us, right? Because you get to hear the stories, real life, right where we're at.
Dude, that's a good point, because like a lot of times, like after hunting goes on, it'd be like, if I tried to do the story again, I'd be like, fuck, I don't even remember, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so telling the story like as it goes is way.
Yeah, especially at hunting camp, everybody's relaxed and.
Yeah, we were going to do it last night, but I was just freaking studying the maps for hours, and everybody had headaches. Oh, yeah, and it was storming. Oh, yeah, it rained a lot last night. Yeah, it dumped. It was nice and humid this morning, I think, climbing up that hill. But, yeah, so, yeah, we're just here, seeing some deer. We're going to head out in the morning, get ready for next weekend.
And me and Matt always have adventures, so eventually we'll get drawn for a bull elk tag, one of us, and we'll be at it.
Yeah, we're waiting for we're going to do a podcast when we have a deer laying here, right here, at least. Yeah. Well, at least the rack hang out, you know.
Absolutely.
But, Dave, tell me, besides the bear story, we'll get to that one. Let's talk about, tell us another hunt. I'm going to pause it real quick for the train. I'll probably just cut this part out, so I'll just wait for the train to pass. Oh, Sarah's got a cramp. Cramping? Oh. Sarah had a horse fall on her. It's so loud. I'll just edit it back in. I'll just cut this part out. That's all it is? Oh, the railroad tracks? The crossing?
You'd be proud of me. I said one cuss word.
Oh, you could cuss all you want. I don't give a shit.
Just talk shit. That's all.
Yeah.
They won't sound the horn again.
I could see it on the audio.
On the meter?
Yeah. And we're waiting.
And we're waiting.
Is it still going?
I can see the crossing arms, like the crossing arms.
There you go.
Yeah, they're going up. Crossing arms are up. We're good. I can watch them go up.
Yeah, we're good now. All right, we're back. Stupid fucking trains. So, Dave, remember you told me explain to me what the train horns mean, like when it comes up to a, or you just explain it.
So at every crossing, they usually do 2 longs, 1 short, 1 long, or vice versa, right? 1 long, and it's a federal thing that they have to do. So every crossing, they have to sound the horn the same way every train.
That's crazy. I didn't know that until you told me that.
Yeah.
I thought they were just being dickheads or like
No,
obnoxious.
Usually, I think it's 1 long, 1 short, 2 long.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Okay, so besides the bear story, so we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Tell me like a cool hunting story that of yours, if I was there or not there. Like
I've had so many of them. I mean,
just pick one, whatever comes to your mind.
Well,
put the microphone up to your face.
I'm trying to think which.
What about the first one where you guys went your first two?
Well, so I'll just give you a story. When the first time Matt went hunting with me, we were in this way, and we're like 10 miles in a deep canyon. So I see this deer come out, and I go, he's in the shadows. We're 460.
Which one was this? Where was it?
It was.
Up on the top.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that one sucks.
We were way in there. So this is.
I was out of town.
Then Matt goes. I looked at him. I go, what do you think? You may take him? He goes, take him. I said, all right. So we fire off. It's 500 yards at least, cross canyon, winds. So we get him down, and it was a hike out. So this took me and Matt 7 hours to get out of this canyon.
Yeah, it took forever. Oh yeah, that's the one when you freaking fired your 300 Win mag next to my head. I'm like, golly, that thing was so loud.
Yeah. That was a fun story.
Yeah, but it was like way up in there.
It was way.
It
was good.
It was early morning.
I have a lot of them, but.
And that's a good place to
terrible.
hunt, but it's just, we're always just like, I do want to go back.
Yeah, it's the hike out. Once you get one down, it's not the hike out if you don't have one. It's the hike out if you get some on your back.
Yeah, this spot's pretty good. Like Dave shot another one in there before, and then this one time we like drew on like 10 bucks that came walking over the hill, and then there's a Ashton Kutcher lived in there. It was little one horn
Could have
buck.
hit it with a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I found 17 sheds in there one time.
Yeah.
Right there where we always walk too.
Yep.
Old sheds. It was weird.
Yeah. It's a good one. But it's tough to get out, so sometimes we don't want to go in there.
Yeah. It freaking even the road to get in there just takes forever.
Yep. It's a good one.
On the front side, yeah. I seen some big bucks, yeah.
I've done, like in my early 20s, I did some elk hunting in Colorado. A couple stories, but I used to hunt with some older gentlemen, and they decided they were going to take me elk hunting for my first time. So I was like 23 years old. We're in the San Juan Mountains in Colorado. We shoot a bull, 6x6. He's in a canyon. It took us 4 days to get him out.
Jeez.
So that was another good experience for my 20s. So that was my big hunting time in my 20s, was elk hunting.
Is Colorado like pretty steep country? Is that why it took so long?
Straight up and down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not good.
Do they ever have like any like kind of like lower country? Like what we're hiking?
There is.
This stuff
like,
we're hiking here is freaking easy.
Yeah, northern Colorado's a lot better, but where we were hunting, I mean, it's steep.
Who were the guys you were hunting with? Like your family members or?
No, they were guys I worked with.
Oh, really? And they're just like, hey, you want to go hunting? And you're like, well,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I started out hunting in Texas and Mississippi, hunting whitetail, so it was a new experience for me. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going elk hunting, I'm in.
Were you doing like heavy equipment there in Colorado, or
No.
what were we doing?
This was in California. These guys I worked in California, but they
and
all
you guys
hunted.
all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Do you like elk hunting? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, not now.
yeah, it's a lot more
Unless
work
I can
now.
drive to them.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys decided we were going to pack in, right? We're in 15, 20 miles in, so you had to go get them.
Yeah, and to talk about the bull riding injuries, Dave has an ankle that's been freaking bothering him, so he
Yeah,
doesn't want to.
I had surgery the first of the year, so it's...
I don't think you want to put an elk on your back.
No, it's been tough. It's getting better, but it's a slow process.
Well, just freaking take some freaking vitamins to get better, dude.
Well,
What do you think it is? Do you think it's like the surgery itself, or do you think it's just like all the stuff being down?
it's the ligaments that they had to break the corner of the socket off to get to where the bad part was to
Oh,
fix.
really?
So the bad part's fixed. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
ligaments outside of it that's
Have to get stronger.
Stronger.
Would like physical therapy help, or it's just they would just like make you like they would
Maybe.
just piss you off, just bending it all away. Yeah, I get it. That's what they try to do with me. They're like,
They just, I'll turn it this way. Yeah, it hurts that way.
yeah, when I shatter my foot, they're like, oh, you need to massage the scar, and I'm like, fuck you, that shit hurts, man. I'm not doing that. There's no way.
Yeah. It's all good.
When
We've
you,
had a lot of injuries, I'm sure. So
Yeah,
we deal with them.
yeah, especially out here hiking and stuff. But when do you think you're gonna get on another bull?
Never.
So-
The days are done.
Some people are talking to me. They're like, hey, will you get on another one? I'm like, fuck.
Now my kid, he's all about it. He wants to do it again. But
Oh yeah, if you guys look at the last steer wrestling video, this guy's wild. I don't know if he wrestled the steer or the steer wrestled him, man. Like he was getting pummeled. I jumped on one and freaking bruised my ilium bones. I was like, I'm good.
you're bruised for like a month.
Dude, anytime I steer wrestle, I just get hurt. You know, like,
You broke. Wait. Oh no, you didn't chip a tooth, huh?
no, I broke my thumb.
Broke your thumb.
Yeah, it freaking sucked. It's a hell of a sport, man.
It's fun.
I'd rather ride
That's what
one
we
now
do.
than wrestle one. But yeah, it's fun. We have some.
We have good times.
Yeah, Dave has a good ranch with a bunch of horses and stuff, so we're usually always doing something, usually sober or intoxicated, mostly leaning to the second one.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, usually roping and stuff, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sarah needs to have another barbecue, but for her flag girls.
October.
No, it's hunting season.
You have to make it like January, February.
There's 1 week, like in October, there's nothing going on, I think, so.
Like Halloween.
Oh yeah, we're hunting January too.
Halloween, we're hunting. Halloween's hunting season. I mean, nobody has that tag, but we can go bow hunt something.
Absolutely.
Any other cool stories?
Um.
Or like tell us a cool like bull riding story. Or
No.
I remember when I met you, like it was at Charlie's house, either that night or like a couple nights after that guy broke his arm. Do you remember? Do you remember that guy like the freaking bull snapped his arm like right in half? It was some random guy, like he just
No.
showed up to ride. I don't
I've
remember.
seen so much of that. I can't even
Yeah,
remember.
yours like another one. Yeah.
That's just part of it. That's part of riding bulls.
Yeah. What made you stop riding dirt bikes? Same kind of thing? Getting hurt?
Getting hurt.
Did you get hurt real bad and stop, or you just kind of like just
Oh,
faded
yeah.
away?
You were with me.
ALC. You all got
Yeah,
hurt.
we were.
Oh yeah.
We're racing at Glen Helen. I tore my
You
ACL.
remember what you told me?
Oh yeah, we're racing Glen Helen in like a what was it? SRA? No, it was like a
SRA.
SRA.
I
Yeah.
was wrecked, you got hurt, and he got hurt.
Yeah.
And
I got hurt?
home.
Yep.
Sarah had to drive us home. We're all hurt. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of us got hurt.
Yeah.
I got hurt the worst, but
I remember that now. Yeah, you tore your ACL and you're like, I'm good.
that's it.
Also got surgery on that.
Yeah.
The what?
Tyler wrecked Greg's bike that he was borrowing.
Oh really? Tyler wrecked some. So Tyler was borrowing. Dave's son was borrowing somebody's bike and wrecked it. I guess.
In
I don't
a
remember
race.
any of that.
Yeah.
See, if we had a podcast that day, we would be able to remember. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I don't really ride dirt bikes that much more anymore. You know, it's just it's tough.
Age thing.
Yeah, and I don't want to go slow. I just like want to go fast all the time, and that's usually.
That's That's
Yeah.
when it goes bad.
Yeah, but also like I just kind of got more into hunting, and I think I got like judging by like there's no real skill of hunting, but I feel like I got better hunter than I was dirt bike rider. So when you're really good at something, you're like, I'm gonna lean kind of towards that. Dave's a good team roper, so he likes to team rope. It's kind of like whatever you're good at, you're just like, I'm gonna keep doing that, because it's fun to win.
I just like competing. So
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. So if I shoot, as Matt knows, I shoot competitive archery too, and we want to be the best we can, and no matter what we're doing.
Yeah, so we do like a lot of 3D shoots and stuff.
And we talk crap to each other and try to beat each other.
You only beat me by 4 in Big Bear, so my bow is like off, obviously 7 yards. So yeah, definitely
you
that's
call it
the
what you
excuse.
want.
Yeah, it was definitely off.
Me and him are very competitive
If-
with each
dude,
other.
if I
we
would've-
like to win.
If I would have got a couple more 8s, I would have been fucking there. 2 more. But it was
It was fun. It was good.
and also I went in. I never did that one before, so I went in. I didn't know. I'm trying to find every excuse. I was too sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't drink that. I didn't drink that weekend, so I think
That
I was too
night.
sober. Yeah. There's plenty of stuff just was hindering me. I think it was like 7 points,
Yeah.
so which is pretty close. But I ended up getting a 5th.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. I still beat you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. What is that? What is that saying? Do you remember? I don't even remember what it is. It's
Second place is first loser.
Jesus. Well, I got 5th.
Between
What'd you
me and
get? What'd you get though?
Well, you gotta get in the class I was in.
I was trying to find an excuse, but Dave's class was way more stacked shooting freestyle.
Yeah.
It was way more stacked. Yeah. He beat me by 3. I got 5th, but then freestyle you got like
20th.
20th. That's crazy. Just way too many freaking freestyle guys.
Yeah. It was all good.
Yeah.
I shot a lot worse than I did last year, so
We all shot together.
it wasn't
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah. We ended
Well,
up.
everybody was saying that it was super like way more hard this year.
Yeah, we were sitting
You didn't think it was hard?
fourth and fifth last year, and
Yeah, I did the extra dope.
I ended up 20th this year. So does that tell you anything?
Well, I think you also disassembled your bow the night before, probably.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
that's usually what you do.
Yeah, he screwed
I'm
up.
changing everything.
He
Last
screwed up
minute.
yours?
Well,
Sarah, don't. If you're gonna call out my excuses, don't say excuses that he messed with your bow, okay?
yeah, the night before I got the extra. He put
Well, you need to get a hard case and put a lock on it with a combo so he can't touch it. Then he can't mess with it.
I shot.
That's part of being better, right?
Yeah, freaking. That's the tough thing about bows and bow hunting is you're always messing with something. Like,
Always trying to change it to make it better.
look at me, I was freaking changing my thing that. Well, luckily I did because it was 7 yards off, but I was messing with it this morning. I'm like, freaking crap, man.
Changing arrows,
But,
changing spine,
yeah.
trying to make everything as best, trying to torque tune, trying
Yeah.
everything, trying to make the arrows fly as best they can fly.
Yeah, and I'm just not getting better, so I'm just trying to blame the equipment. So I'm
whatever.
gonna order that. I think I'm gonna order that spine tester thing.
Oh, absolutely.
See if it'll help.
It makes a big
I
difference.
need to get a roller too. I think some of my arrows are bent. I put those things through the ringer, so
Me too.
So he could test his arrows.
the what? What?
I like how you said that.
Said what?
You need to get the roller so I can test my arrows.
That's not what I said, but
That-
That'll work.
I'm leaning towards that. Yeah, please buy that and put it in your entourage or fucking arrow stuff. Dave almost has a full archery shop at his
Pretty
house.
much. Much as I geek on my tuning, yes, probably.
We're just gonna roll through this train because I'm not waiting. Just keep the mic close to your face when the freaking train's here. Yeah. I'm not waiting for another train. There's been like 10 of them that passed already. Yeah.
Every 10 minutes.
I know. Is it?
Yeah, it's the main BNSF rail right here.
And they have to like be 10 minutes apart.
That's pretty much what they run.
So if we go for an hour, we got 2 more trains.
Yep.
Jeez. It's a lot. I remember when I was a kid, we lived right by railroad tracks, and I don't remember this many freaking trains.
No, not like this.
Oh, this is like a main.
This is the main hub.
Because where else would it run through? Like down, like through Phoenix?
So BNSF runs east and west. The Union Pacific, their railroad runs north and south normally,
Oh, really?
except for the main lines. They
I didn't
have to
know
run
that.
both.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. So tell us another hunting story. Anything cool?
So you want to talk about Arizona a few years ago?
Yeah. I just told this story. What? Yeah. I just told this story on the Hunting Stories podcast. So why don't you like tell the story, but tell like the whole thing. We could be here for an hour listening to the story.
Just from the very beginning.
Yeah,
right?
because I want your perspective of it, because I think I probably left a lot of like stuff out of it, So just tell like the whole story. You heard? Did you hear my part on the Hunting Stories podcast? Did
Part
you,
of it.
Yeah. Okay. Just tell you.
I'll just give you a short. I'll give you a
No.
rundown.
Just tell us the whole thing. Just tell us how you seen it. It's like it's cool to see. Like,
Yeah, so me and Matt, he doesn't get drawn. I get drawn because he told me to put in for this area, and I said, all right, I'm going to put in. Then he doesn't get drawn. I get drawn. Matt says, I'm going anyway.
yeah.
I just want to go. I want to scout and help you try to get something. So we made a pact before we ever left. We're going to 180 plus. That's all we're going to shoot. No matter what it is, that's where we're going to go for. So we spent the first day, we tracked a few deer in them hills when we first got there, and we didn't see nothing. We seen a little 3x3. Matt got on top of him. We were 20 yards from him in the tree line. Then these guys were out from us, other hunters, and they see us push this deer out. We let them go, and they're mad. So they're like, why ain't you shoot it?
Yeah, they were so mad at us.
So
like
we just waved at him and
Yeah.
let this little 3x3 go, and he just whatever. So then we found the geoids. I heard you talk about that.
Yeah. We found like a mountain of geoids.
We found a mountain of geoids. It was crazy.
I decided to weigh
they
my
were
pack
everywhere.
down.
I've never seen that many geoids anywhere, and
Yeah, it was like we were just like standing on a hill of them. It was crazy.
they were everywhere. It's like thousands of them. So we leave there. Then long story short, the truck broke down, Matt. So luckily we had a friend of Matt's there with us. He took us around.
What happened with the truck again though? Like, wasn't it like a fuel?
Yeah, it was
like
like California
bullshit.
emission bullshit that it broke, and the only place I could get it is in California. So we had to take it to the Ford dealer, and they shipped it in. So long story short, we didn't see anything, nothing big enough to shoot. We seen a lot of little spikes and forks and a lot of does, nothing big to shoot. So we decided we're going to try different areas. Then we went towards the end of the reservation. Then we got so we're sitting in the morning. Matt spots these, I don't know how he spotted them, but he spotted 3 bears in the trees, in the top of them, bedded, sleeping in the trees. He goes, there's 3 bears. I go, you're kidding me. And he goes, nope. So we sat there, we watched them climb out of the trees and start feeding. Then we go, well, we ain't got no bear tags, so we ain't hunting these. So there ain't no deer in here, so we got to do something. So we hunted some more, and later that was pretty much the last day of the hunt. Then we get the truck. Then I'm sitting in the hotel room. Me and we got a ton of gear in the hotel room.
We had to get a hotel, yeah.
We're cooking steaks in the parking lot at the hotel room, and everybody's watching us because we got camping gear and everything there. Then Matt goes, hey, I think I'm going to get a bear tag. I said, so we thought about it, and I'm laying there, and I'm going, Matt, you want that bear?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I want that bear. I said, let's go. So we got in the truck. We go to Walmart in pajamas, pretty much,
Yeah.
and flip-flops and shit. And then
We had to teach the guy at Walmart how to freaking sell me a tag.
yeah, so Matt gets a tag. Then we go. So our whole agenda is going to go try to find these bears. So we go right to the same place.
Which we're probably skeptical because we're like, I don't know if they're going to be there again.
Yeah, so we roll the same spot, same glass area we sat. It took us Matt picked him up probably in an hour, not even an hour, maybe 45 minutes. He picked him up again in the treetops, sleeping. Crazy.
Yeah, they were freaking, they weren't too far, but they were way up there.
They were way up there.
Yeah.
It was probably 1,000 feet,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Elevation change. It wasn't very long, but it was straight up. So
Yeah.
we pick him up. I said, all right, let's go. So we put the packs on. We take off. We go straight up this hill. We probably got within, the biggest one we seen, we probably got within 400 yards. Then Matt looks at me and goes, hey, there's one right next to us.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I go, what? So I look over, and sure enough, there's another big one.
Huge.
Cross canyon from us, in the tree, pulling down pinyon pines. Pulling the pinyon nuts out of the trees, and I go. So we sat there for a while. We're glassing both these bears. And I said, all right, you got to decide which one you want. And he goes, I think this one's big enough. I mean, they're both big. I mean, they're both very big. And I go, all right, if that's the one we're going to take, then let's take them. So we sat there. We waited for this bear. He was on the backside of this tree pulling the pinyon pines down. I don't know. It just luck of fate. This bear walks out right in front, sits down, looks right at us sitting down. Then he sits up. I said, if he gets broadside, Matt, take him. And what's funny about this whole story is Matt didn't even have a gun in this hunt. He borrows my gun that I was deer hunting with to shoot this bear. And I said, I told him in the ballistics and told him what it is at the drop at that yardage. And so this bear comes out square. He gets broadside. I said, take him. We're both glassing. He shoots him, and I see this bear hump up and take on. I looked at him. I said, you got him. I mean, he's hit. I didn't tell him this. I told him later, but I'm thinking to myself, I see this bear hit the ground, hump up, hit the ground, and take off running. I mean, we're 1,000-foot elevation in this deep canyon. And I said, from my experience of elk hunting, I go, we're going to be here a while. I thought we're going to be here for a couple days.
trying to find this bear, because I did a lot of bear hunting with some friends of mine in California, and we've wounded a couple, and it took a while. I mean, it took days. Yeah, I'm glad that bear didn't keep going, because I've hiked that hillside after that, and that thing is nasty. Coos deer. It was like that thick stuff we were hiking today. It was brutal.
Yeah, so we pin it. I said, pin it. So we pinned where he was at. Then we had to go up this mountain. We had to go like another 400 feet, cross slope this canyon, and get to the other side. We came down. We got where this bear was, and you can see where he scrambled. And say, okay, we see where he takes off. So
we can see that tree that he broke off too.
Yep. So we take off 20 yards, sitting in the middle of the path, balled up.
Dave's like, sure, again, just kidding.
Only thing I said was, remember, we got 2 other bears above us. That was the only thing I was worried about. I said, we're fixing to cut this thing in pieces, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, I'd like to assume they took off, but yeah, you never know if they want to.
You never know.
They might be pissed.
They were big.
Yeah.
So they could have come down on top of us. So the funny part of this story is me and Matt, being strong men we are, this bear's wedged in this tree, balled up, and we couldn't even move it.
Yeah,
we couldn't even roll it to start caping it. We had to slowly start working our way into this thing. We couldn't even move it. It was 500 pounds plus.
Dude, and the freaking fat on that thing was like that thick. Yeah, we're just like cutting the fat off and throwing it. Like
it was that was a fun hunt.
Everybody's like, dude, you didn't save it like you're supposed to save it. I'm like, forget that, dude. That thing was heavy enough. Like I didn't want any more weight.
That whole hunt was probably one of my favorite hunts.
Oh yeah, because like
from day one, it was just like epic. Nobody panicked, even though the truck broke. We were like, all right, well,
it's kind of like hunts like the one we're on right now. Like we're getting opportunity. We're like having fun. We're seeing stuff. You know, like Arizona's like my new favorite place. Like California, I'm like, whatever.
It's funny when we come to Arizona, we see so much wildlife. It's unbelievable. Like different wildlife we've seen. That hunt, we've seen coos deer. I mean, not coos deer. We've seen bighorn.
We see bighorn.
We've seen Cootamundays.
Oh yeah, those freaking monkeys.
Yep, the monkeys. I was talking to Sarah on the phone, remember, and I told her I thought I was crazy. I'm seeing monkeys.
Oh yeah.
And
Dave's like, I'm seeing stuff. And we're like, no, we're seeing it too. We don't know what that is. It's all these little monkeys running down the road. But it ended up being like they're a cousin to a raccoon. But one day I'm going to you're allowed to shoot one a year. I'm going to shoot one and mount it bull riding a javelina.
Yeah.
I got to shoot both of them. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a memorable hunt. It was fun. Just the whole situation.
We were there for 9 days and we didn't really like see anything good, but man, it was like still action packed. We seen those. I had javelinas chase me, bunch of mule deer, bears, bighorn. I mean, tons of birds.
Yeah, it was fun.
We didn't see any nope ropes, so that's good. What else did we see? That's it.
Oh, we seen that's about it.
I think we didn't see any.
A lot of deer. I mean, we've probably seen 300 deer.
Yeah,
but nothing big enough.
Yeah. We're still trying to learn how to hunt Arizona. It's a different place, but down there, I think we got it. I think I got it figured out down there. Not that I want to go back to that zone.
No, but the desert hunting's more our style. So this hunt is new.
Yeah.
It's a new.
Yeah, I don't like it that much.
Yeah,
It's too fucking thick.
It's not our style, but it's good.
Yeah, but so go back on this hunt. So far on this hunt, we seen bears, bull elk, cow elk, big old mule deer, buck and does now at this point.
Antelope.
Bunch of antelope at 3 yards, probably. Oh yeah, two mountain lion. I'm glad we didn't see their mama, because they're big enough. I mean, I could have punted one, I feel like, but I don't know where its mama was at.
Yeah, it's all good.
We seen those. Sarah found a bunch of sheds. Wish I could be on that list of finding some sheds, but I'm not. Dave found one.
I found one.
It was the match. It was probably right there, huh?
It was a little ways away, but yes, it was close.
Dang, dude. I hit a different tree line. I didn't find anything. Somebody's hiked that before. What else did we see today? Freaking 25 yards from a giant bull. Coos deer.
Coos deer.
Seen some coos deer. Only time I ever seen coos deer was when I went back to 28.
A lot of does today. A lot of fawns.
Does, yeah, it's good to see fawns for once. Like last year, where we go hunting in California, I didn't see any fawns. But now we're seeing a bunch, so that's good. That's about it. A lot of mosquitoes.
A lot of mosquitoes.
Right where we're sitting. Well, yeah.
More hunts to come.
Yeah, what's your dream hunt? If Sarah lets you spend money, where would you pay some good money to go hunt? What do you want to hunt?
This is my.
You just like doing this, like like camping with a bow, if at the worst case kind of thing.
Just the hunt, right?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the harvesting. It has to do with just being with your buddies and.
Well, I called you about going to Hawaii. Are you be down for that or what?
Some axis deer hunts.
I called Dave. I got a lead on some axis deer hunts, and I go, dude's trip, and he goes, oh no, I'll have to take Sarah. I was like, okay, leave Sarah at the beach, and we'll go dude's trip hunting.
I've hunted pigs. I've hunted, whitetail. I've hunted elk. I mean, I would love to get a bighorn, but you know what that is. That's going to be slim to none.
Yeah.
I would love. That'd be my ideal hunt.
Bighorn are easy to kill.
Oh, it's easy to kill, but it's getting drawn.
You get in the tag, yeah. No, yeah, they're.
We know where they're at.
Yeah, we could find them all now.
It's just getting to one. You're getting a tag to get one.
Yeah, fastest. Well, I think we'll probably draw one in Arizona before. We'll probably draw all the big game species in Arizona before California. I feel like.
Yeah.
Especially elk.
Well, some buddies of mine they've had max points for elk for 10 years and
really
never been drawn.
Jeez.
Is that telling you?
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
But also, like, you have to put in to have the chance,
Yeah.
It's better than a lottery ticket. But
absolutely.
Yeah. So, you gonna go axis deer hunting then, or what? You have to go. Let's go. We're gonna go in March, maybe. The what?
March.
We're kind of planning it. This guide guy they're working on signing the contract for 67,000 acres.
March of 24? Next March?
March, yeah.
Okay.
Sarah's like, I'll go to Hawaii.
Well, my brother lives there too, so.
In Maui, or?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, that'd be cool. We gotta plan that, but. Well, I think we're at an hour. I think we freaking talked about everything else. Anything else we need to talk about, Sarah? Anything you want to talk? You want any counseling between you and Dave right now while we're on the record? Anything we missed on this hunt?
You put me on blast.
Sarah? Hit everything. All right, well, we're going to do this again next time we're out hunting.
Absolutely.
How bad? Okay, so how bad was it? It's not that bad.
What's that?
The podcast.
No.
You're all fucking worked up. Your leg was over here shaking. It's not that bad.
You know me.
I told you, it's just like talking to me. It's just like telling the story.
No, that's good.
I'll make you nervous, though.
Oh, I know.
There could be 5,000 people watching this, too.
Yeah, whatever.
Now he's nervous.
Not until you post it.
Now he's nervous. I got to hide the GoPro so he doesn't delete the footage.
It's all good.
All right, yeah. So that concludes this podcast from this hunting trip. I'm gonna do another one with Joshua next weekend. He's coming out to hunting camp. So
Nice.
yeah. So if you guys like it, I tell you where to follow Dave, but Dave's under the radar. He doesn't do Instagram or Facebook really. He'll send me like one Facebook thing a year, like a message. But
Probably me doing it.
I'm a stalker, Facebook stalker, Instagram stalker.
yeah, he just kind of sees what I do, kind of like.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, well that's it. Let's pack everything up and head home tomorrow.